Hey guys, it's me, it's Key. This is going to be a rant. Unlike any rant that I have done. I can't say that I've ranted before on here, but maybe it's time that I start. But anyway, no offense to anybody that may hear this video or, hear this recording. I have no offense towards you or whatever it is that you're doing, but can we please, for the love of everything me, can we please stop with the relationship advice and podcast? I am over it. How much advice does one need to navigate relationships? I just don't get it. Every time somebody wants to go viral, they start talking about relationships. We shouldn't care this much over one aspect of life. Like, do you guys not feel stagnant? Is anyone else tired? Like, my goodness, every time I turn around, there is a new relationship podcast. Somebody else is going viral over a relationship clickbait, and it is tiring. My goodness. I am over it. Please, God, save us all from the microphones. Just back away. Whenever you think about talking about relationships, just back away. Please, please. Because there's so many people, they have no qualifications. First of all, half of these people have never even seen a therapist, let alone study any sort of psychology or anything. Like, how are y'all just out here talking all the time? Y'all voice don't hurt? Like, y'all don't sit there and be doubling down on stuff knowing that you're going through it right there in that moment. Like, the hypocrisy doesn't hit you. It doesn't make you feel like a hypocrite. I mean, what is it? I understand everybody's trying to get to a bag, but please, God, there are so many other things that we can be talking about as a community of people. Why is it that this love thing or relationship thing is like ruining us? My goodness gracious. All of these people that don't even know themselves, don't love themselves, don't like what they have going on, don't like the life that they're in, don't like the life that they're creating, don't like the people around them. You don't like nothing about your life, and you trying to invite somebody else into the foolishness is crazy work. What is happening? Please, somebody tell me, because I am over it. What else are we supposed to be like? What are you going to cover that nobody else has ever covered? What kind of new revelation have you had, sir or ma'am, or group of folks? What have you had? What do you have to add to the conversation that hasn't already been said? We're tired. We're tired. I don't want to hear nothing else about no relationships, bro. Like, can we all just do us for a while? Like, we need to break up with the relationship topics. Can we just do that for like a good year? Can we stop with the pop the balloons and 20 verse 1? Can we stop with a podcast group of single people trying to tell other people how to be in relationships? I'm over it. I'm over it. And y'all sit there and y'all say it with y'all chest too. My God, like, we're getting all of this conflicting information. Like, don't you all know that everything, the situation that you're in, I don't care how many people tell you from their perspective how they got out of the situation, into the situation, around the situation, through the situation, baby, it's not going to be the same for you. Y'all are not vibrating at the same frequency. Whatever happened with them is their own frequency. Okay, everybody that is around you is not even on your frequency. The people that are in direct contact with you. So why would you take advice from folks that's around the way? Like, that makes absolutely no sense. You're not dealing with the same people. Maybe you are, but who cares? Everybody has a different experience with everybody here on this earth. Yeah, they may have treated you somewhat similar or the same, but baby, it is not the exact same. There's no piece of advice that you're going to get about your relationship that is going to make your relationship better. Everybody's looking for a fix to something that they probably shouldn't be in to begin with. Because like I said, half of you all don't even know yourself. You don't know yourself and you don't love yourself. Like, that's what we need to start thinking about, bro. Like, we come out of school, of the school of indoctrination, and we're indoctrinated in school. We don't know anything about ourselves. Everything that we do know is what somebody else taught us about what we should be or shouldn't be, or how we should show up. So now you have all of these people trying to fit a square peg in a round hole, and everybody's trying to live out the same existence. Don't you understand that none of our lives will ever be on one accord, because we're not all supposed to be fitting inside of one bucket? Like I said on my other videos, we're all on a spectrum. There's no one size fits all. Everything is uniquely you. This is why you can have a person that dogs everybody out until they find their one person that they're an energetic match with. That's all it is. You're going through this life, you're learning lessons. You're building your character. There's nothing that you can do. There's no boundaries that you can set that's going to offset your frequency and what you bring out of other people. It's nothing that's going to change that if you don't change what's in you. That's the goal. Everybody's trying to figure out how to manipulate the people around them. Everybody wants preferential treatment to the energy. None of us have it. None of us have preferential treatment to the energy. You cannot lie about your energy. The things that you are calling in, you are calling it in one way or another, whether you say it verbally or you're screaming it out energetically. There's nothing that you can do to stop that but to adjust your own frequency and your own energy. That's what everybody needs to tap into. Maybe we won't have all of these freaking podcasts about relationships and trying to coexist with one another. We can't coexist with one another because we don't know what it is to be peaceful within ourselves and to coexist with ourselves. Like I said on one of my other videos, half of you all don't even like your own company. Being alone is frightening. And that is insane that you're trying to invite somebody into your terror. Why the hell am I going to want to be around you? You afraid to be by yourself. Well, what's wrong with you? This is ridiculous. I am just over it. Nobody has the right advice. You know why? Because none of it matters. I don't care what tactic of manipulation, because that's what it is. I don't care what tactic of manipulation you learn from these relationship coaches. It will not change your circumstance. It won't. You're going to just simply repel the person that you're with, or they're going to learn to manipulate you through you manipulating them. Like I tell people all the time, even when it comes to the things that you don't like, makes no sense to sit here and harp on things that you don't like with people and tell them point A to point B of what you don't like about them, because all they're going to do is learn to manipulate you with it. Okay, you don't like that I cheat? I'm going to find a better way to cheat so you don't know. You see how that works? You didn't stop the energy or the cheating from happening. You're still in it. And this is what a lot of them are not saying. And to be honest with you, none of them know it because they don't know it for themselves. There's nothing that you can do. There's nothing that anyone else can say that's going to make it any better for you when your energy is off. I don't care how much you level up as a woman or as a man. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Shout out to Ari Lennox, but that's just like I saw something where she said on some interview that she's a superstar. She's an R&B superstar, soul superstar. And she probably has more money than everybody that's listening to what I'm saying here. And she said that her boundary that she's not going to cross with men again is not dealing with men that don't have their own place. Like, how are you dealing with this, Ari? How? You know how? Because that's what her energy is bringing in. It doesn't matter how much money she has. It doesn't matter how good that everybody may think she looks or how average people think she looks or whatever. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about you. It doesn't matter the boundaries that you set for yourself. There's some reason that you're calling in people that are lacking. Unfortunately, we are all lacking. Most of us are lacking common sense. And that's half the problem. That's half the problem. You just don't have common sense. You most likely have abandonment issues, like most of us, one way or another, or anxiety, or whatever. You may be on the spectrum, autistic, who knows? Everybody has their own thing that they're dealing with. And for whatever reason, we run into these amen corners of comment sections just so somebody can validate the issue that you're going through with your person. That doesn't help you, ma'am, sir. It doesn't. This is not an iron sharpens iron type of moment. Everybody is rusty and raggedy in the comments. Contamination is what's happening. We can't get along to get along because everybody is contaminated. And y'all keep running to it. Why? And why is that the content of choice? Can we give it up, please? You know what I want to see? I want to see somebody start a podcast about how to keep your children safe. How to notice a predator. Can we start a podcast about that? Can we start a podcast where people come and they tell their truths about how maybe they were touched and things that parents and stuff can look for when it comes to people that are around them and their children? Resources to give to parents when they don't have a village? Like, can we start doing stuff like that? This is ridiculous. Can we start a podcast about community building, tribe building around your children, making sure that they have good examples of people around them with or without a primary parent that's supposed to be? Can we start doing stuff like that? I know maybe it sounds boring because talking about relationships get everybody in their feelings and riled up, and you've been hurt before everybody else has been hurt. Like, stop letting people profit off of your pain. It's ridiculous. I'm tired of seeing it. And yes, it's in my algorithm because, as I've said before in my other videos, is because I was binging it at one point. But I am so desperately tired. I am. And I really kick myself in the face sometimes when it captivates me or a certain video captivates me, because it's like, now I know my algorithm is just going to revert back, even if it's for the day. Now they're going to try their best, their hardest to keep me trapped in that circle, in that loop. I don't want to hate anybody. I don't want to hate men. I don't want to hate women in regards to relationships. Like, I don't want to look at people that way. Honestly, I tell people all the time, just in my personal life, I think I messed up a lot of friendships trying to be romantic. And I'm just over that. If romantic love happens, so be it. That is not the end all be all. How has this become the bane of our existence as well as the source of our happiness is ridiculous. Y'all got to get a life. Please, please. If anybody understands what I'm saying, please comment and make sure you share this video with somebody that just does not have a life of their own. Get one. That's why y'all are so wrapped up in relationships and people. Y'all don't have a life. Go get you something to do. Find your peace. It's not that much relationship in the world. Half of you have never been single, or half of you have never been without infatuation. Because that's what a lot of this is, which is why it's fickle and it doesn't last. A lot of you have never been without infatuation, never been without relationships, never been without a crush. Like, do you even know what you like? That's why y'all don't like talking stages. Because half of you give the same generic answers because you haven't taken the time to learn who you are outside of whoever it was you're dating. So it feels tiresome to keep telling people the same thing every time you talking to somebody, every time you're dating and getting to know somebody. Because you don't take the time to really figure out what it is that you like. You like what you like because that dude liked it. You like what you like because this girl brought you to a new place. And so we all give the same generic answers because there's only so many places we can go on a date. It's ridiculous. Like, don't ask me what I like to do. I don't like to do nothing, to be honest. And what you're asking me is not what you want to know, because you don't want to know what I do in my free time, because whatever I do in my free time is me time. So what I do in my free time don't have nothing to do with you, because guess what? When I have free time from you, that's the same thing I'm going to do. So you're probably never even going to see me in my free time, because it wouldn't be free time if you with me. That makes no sense. So everybody answers in a very generic way, and the way you're answering is, oh, these are the types of dates I like. You don't even know yourself outside of dating. You don't know what you like. You don't have no hobbies, barely got any friends. It's ridiculous. And then y'all get together, your friends, you and your friends, y'all talk about more relationship problems. It's so many other things going on in the world. It is tiresome. It is almost belittling that we could just keep getting fed this narrative. Like, who cares? Who cares today? Who cares? You all care. And that's why those people who are on these platforms, whether they're married, whether they're boyfriend and girlfriend, whether they're singles or whatever, y'all just keep lining their pockets. And I guess it's fine. But that same miserable energy that you're in, you're going to continue to be there. And every person that you meet, they're going to remind you why they're a red flag. You see how this works? You see how the cycle never ends? They're going to always remind you the things that you're witnessing and you're experiencing in your real life. They're going to find every single red flag, right? If everything is a red flag for different people, and now you apply that to your life, all you're going to see is walking red flags. You're never going to get to a point where you're really meeting people for who they are. Now, there are some things that are real, like buzzwords. You understand what I'm saying? There are really some things that are real buzzwords. And I'm not going to go through my own list because that's my list. That's what I consider something that is intolerable for me. That don't have nothing to do with you. You may like it. And baby, if you like it, I love it for you. But there's never going to be a one-size-fits-all person. There's never going to be a one-size-fits-all relationship. And everybody trying to fit their relationship or situationship in the Cinderella slipper. Ridiculous. Please, guys, for the love of everything me, for the love of everything good in this world, can we please just find something else to talk about? I may even delete this at some point because I don't really like getting to, like, this is not what I wanted my channel to be. Like, yeah, I wanted to rant, but this is not necessarily what I wanted my channel to be. However, it needed to be said. I don't like being all up in my emotions and riled up like this. Like, I don't like being as passionate like this with the general public. I'm usually like this with my friends and my family, and I'm up there. But I guess the cat was going to get out of the bag at some point. So, I hope it doesn't scare you away. If you will, please share my video because I feel like more people should listen to it and hear me rant, since everybody want to rant about relationships. Well, let me tell you why I don't like your relationship podcast, sir, ma'am, and how we need to be moving in a different direction somewhere else. Matter of fact, everybody needs to be moving into their respective places. And that's the crazy part. A lot of you guys get sucked into, use your talents to get sucked into that place, and it starts feeling like work. I'm pretty sure of it. It starts feeling like real work. Because you know how stressful it's stressful for me hearing it. So you know how stressful it has to be for you when you want to talk about fucking sports. Ooh, excuse me. When you want to talk about sports and you over here talking about relationship advice, crazy. Well, anyway, that's all I got. I can't say anything else. I don't want my video to get taken down with me using profanity. I do my best, you guys, which is why I don't like getting riled up like this. But I hope this helps somebody. Find your lane and stick to it. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. Please, for all of us. Because the more you guys do it and the more it goes viral, the more we all have to see it. And to be honest, I think we're all done. We're all done. I'm always ahead of the curve when it comes to the energy. So it's fine. This video will be meeting you where when you're done. That's how the algorithm works. Anyway, until next time, it's been lovely talking to you all. I kind of feel very good about everything that I was saying tonight. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, definitely comment, because I know it's just not me. It can't just be me. Not at all. It can't just be me. Anyway, until next time, you guys have a beautiful day, night, or whenever you're listening to it. And until next time, peace.